Some people find lanterns quite by mistake. Gosh, you're off the beaten track, aren't you? Because lanterns isn't really on a through road, and you've got to know your way around these country lanes to find it. The word magical and jungle, tranquil and higgledy-piggledy. A lot of people really like it because it's so different. And they like the fact that they can buy plants that they've seen growing in the garden. I think it is a very different sort of garden because it's not neat and tidy. It's a garden that really is better appreciated when you're just one or two people, or maybe three or four people, quietly. My parents retired in the early 70s, and that's when they started Lantern's garden plans. Then it was just like any other uncultivated plot of land. A wilderness of brambles, nettles, wild garlic, buttercups, docks, weeds, willows and fallen oak that had taken over an exceptionally boggy east-facing valley. All manner of birds and wildlife flourished unobserved. The streams and subterranean springs that had surfaced had no proper channels to run through. There were no paths or flat areas of firm raised ground to stand on. The only dry land was a small disused Killer's Slate quarry. Below the quarry to the south side there was, and still is, a sunken reservoir fed by subterranean spring water. Up until then, my mother had gardened at Lantern's with 2 buckets and a pickaxe. One bucket was for compost and the other was for rocks, stones or slate that she'd pickaxed out from around the house. Meanwhile, Father started to dig channels for the streams and springs to run along. The winding paths to follow the streams and the small steps to connect the various path levels. My mother is a compulsive propagator and she used to like to sell her plants, so she decided to start opening the garden for charity. At the time I was teaching in a school and a child in my class had leukemia and couldn't have the use of hospice. There was no children's hospice in Cornwall at all. And so I said to my mother when she said, which charity should I support? I think we should support a children's hospice for Cornwall. And that was before Precious Lives Appeal started. Lantern's Garden has been open daily from 11 a.m. till dusk for over 25 years for charity. The entrance fee charged and the money from any plants purchased goes towards support for Cornwall hospices.